of the fantasy baseball season, and here's a few pitchers falling down the rankings this week. The first guy's Blake Snell of the San Diego Padres. So the former Tampa Bay Ray got traded, obviously, in the offseason here to San Diego, and so far this season, it hasn't been that great of a season, in my opinion, here for Snell. On the season, 34 and a third innings, 1-0 record, 29 hits, 16 earned runs, 5 homers, given up 24 walks, 49 strikeouts, a 4.19 ERA, and a 1.54 whip, and no quality starts. And over the last couple weeks here, it's been even worse here for Blake Snell. 2/3 of an inning, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 homers given up, 9 walks, 12 strikeouts, a 6.23 ERA, and a 1.73 whip. So right here, Snell, he's just had trouble the whole season, and he just can't get out of the 5th inning, it seems. It's been his Achilles heel, the 5th to 6th innings of the games. And right now, it's pretty troubling, in my opinion, that a former Cy Young winner in the American League only a few seasons ago here comes to a National League team as good as the San Diego Padres, and he just can't find anything or get anything going right now. So the last few outings here for Snell, May 1st versus San Francisco, 5 innings, got the win, 5 hits, 1 earned run, a homer, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, a 1.80 ERA, and a 1.60 whip. May 7th at the San Francisco Giants, 4 2/3, got a hit, given up 4 earned runs, a homer, 6 walks, 5 strikeouts, a 7.71 ERA, and a 1.50 whip. And May 12th at the Colorado Rockies, 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a homer, giving up 3 walks, 7 Ks, a 4.5 ERA, and a 2 whip. So right here, like I said, he can't go deep into ball games, is Blake Snell, and it's very troubling right now. And we'll see what he can do in his next outing. But right here, there's no confidence from my end in Snell, and he's definitely fallen this week down the rankings. The second pitcher is Eduardo Rodriguez of the Boston Red Sox. So Rodriguez, last season, we know he opted out, and he was very sick from the virus. And so far this season, 39 innings, 5-1 record, which is a little misleading. 18 earned runs, 6 homers given up, 7 walks, 42 strikeouts, a 4.15 ERA, and a 1.21 whip with 2 quality starts. And over the last few weeks, his ranking's 897 in fantasy baseball, 16 innings pitched, 1-1 record, 22 hits, 9 earned runs, 2 homers, 5 walks, 16 strikeouts, a 5.06 ERA, and a 1.69 whip. So those numbers, they're not going to get the job done here for Rodriguez. And he's given up 9 earned runs in his last 3 outings here. So right here, he's definitely fallen down the rankings. And I know the record's 5-1, but right now he's not really getting the job done here for this Boston Red Sox team and fantasy owners. Like I said, the record's misleading, and the last 3 outings for him: May 1st at Texas, 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, a homer, a walk, 5 strikeouts, a 7.20 ERA, and a 1.80 whip. May 7th at Baltimore, 5 innings, got the win, 7 hits, 1 earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, a 1.80 ERA, and a 2 whip. And May 12th versus Oakland, 6 innings, got the loss, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, a homer, a walk, 9 Ks, 6 ERA, and a 1.33 whip. So right here, Rodriguez, he's walking guys at a decent rank, and right now it seems like he's given up a homer a game as well. And his last 3 outings, we haven't seen a quality start from him. So right now, he's not really a pitcher I could rely heavily on in fantasy baseball, and he's falling quick. But the next pitcher is Aaron Nola of the Philadelphia Phillies. So Aaron Nola, obviously the ace for this Philly team the last couple seasons here, and he's been a good pitcher in these seasons. But so far this year, he's just a little bit off in the first 6 weeks of the season. 47 2/3 of an inning, 3 wins, 2 losses, 41 hits given up, 19 earned runs, 5 homers, 8 walks, 53 strikeouts, a 3.59 ERA, and a 1.03 whip with 4 quality starts. But over the last couple weeks, his rankings went from 529 to 703, 10 innings, 1-1 record, 10 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 homers given up, 3 walks, 14 strikeouts, a 5.40 ERA, a 1.30 whip, and a quality start. So right now, Aaron Nola, he's just not getting the job done for this Philly team. In the last 2 outings here And on the season, like I said, that's a bad ranking at 529 here. And hopefully he turns things around at his next start at the Toronto Blue Jays here today. So the last few outings here for Nola: April 29th at St. Louis, 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, a homer, a walk, 7 strikeouts, a 4.50 ERA, and a 0.83 whip with a quality start. May 4th versus the Brew Crew, 6 innings, got the win, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, a 1.50 ERA, and a 1.17 whip with a quality start. And then his last outing at the Atlanta Braves, he got hit pretty well. 4 innings, got the loss, 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 homers, giving up a walk, 4 Ks, 11.25 ERA, and a 1.50 whip in that one. So the last 3 out of 4 starts, they've been tough for Nola, and hopefully he gets things going here today at Toronto. But right now, he's definitely falling down the rankings. The next pitcher is Charlie Morton of the Atlanta Braves. So Morton, he left the Tampa Bay Rays in the offseason, and he was one of the first big names to sign a deal as a free agent this year. But right here, it's been a disaster for Morton pretty much the whole season. On the year, 38 innings, 2-2 record, 40 hits, 22 earned runs, 5 homers given up, 16 walks, 44 strikeouts, a 5.08 ERA, 1.44 whip, and 2 quality starts. So right here, Charlie Morton, he's having trouble hitting that strike zone and having control issues as well with the 16 walks so far this season in 39 innings. So a walk every other inning pretty much here for Morton. And fantasy owners, they're getting pretty tired of him. And they've dropped him so far in 5% of fantasy leagues this week. So April 26th versus Chicago, 5 1/3, got the win, 4 hits, 5 earned runs, a homer, 3 walks, 6 Ks, an 8.44 ERA, and a 1.31 whip. May 1st at Toronto, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, a homer, 2 walks, 6 Ks, a 6.75 ERA, and a 1.31 whip. May 7th versus Philly, 2/3 of an inning he only lasted. Got the loss, obviously, 4 hits, a homer, giving up 2 walks, 9 whip. And then his latest outing versus Toronto yesterday, 4 2/3, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks, a 5.79 ERA, and a 1.93 whip. So right here, Charlie Morton, he's just not hitting the strike zone. He's walking a lot of batters. And right now, he's been a bad investment so far for the Atlanta Braves and fantasy owners. And he's definitely fallen down the rankings. Ranked 898 so far this season, and the 5th and final pitcher. Falling down the rankings, Brad Hand of the Washington Nationals. So Brad Hand, he signed a 1-year deal to become the closer here for the Nats this season. And so far in the year, 12 1/3 inning, 2-2 record, 10 hits given up, 4 earned runs, a homer, 7 walks, 12 strikeouts, a 2.92 ERA, and a 1.38 whip. But over the last week, it's been a train wreck here for Brad Hand. 5 1/3, 1-2 record, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 homer given up, 5 walks, 6 Ks, a 6.75 ERA, and a 2.25 whip. So those numbers, they're definitely not going to get the job done for Brad Hand. And I know he's a closer on a pretty decent Washington team, but right now he's been dropped in 3% of fantasy leagues as well because he's not producing. He's falling down the rankings, but I'm not saying to drop him. I'm just saying keep an eye on him as he's falling down the ranking board in the last few weeks and the last 3 outings here for Hand. May 8th at the Yankees, he went an inning in that one, gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, a walk, a strikeout, a 9 ERA, and a 4 whip. May 9th at the Yankees, 1/3 of an inning, got the loss in that one, 1 earned run, 2 walks, a 27 ERA, and a 9 whip. And versus Philly, May 12th, went an inning, got a loss again in that one, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, a homer, giving up 3 Ks, an 18 ERA, and a 2 whips. Of the last 3 outings, they've been bad news for him because before that, he was pitching lights out pretty much. But right now, here in Week 6, it's been a disaster for him. So that's a few pitches falling down the rankings here in Week 6 of the fantasy baseball season.